Here's them.
Look at this. Do you see this? Like, this is the greatest thing ever.
C4. It's
The
incredible.
the grape one specifically, like any grape energy drink.
Not any grape. Some of them out there tasting like grape cough syrup.
Some people like that.
Do you
Hi,
like
Little
that?
Wayne. Hi, Little Wayne. Put some Sprite in it. What's up, y'all? West Coast Wednesdays. We're back. Took a week off last week.
But we here.
Yeah. Matty went on a road trip, and now his cat is like
My
his house
my
cat.
cat thought I was never coming home.
Yeah. So, like, we might be graced with some animal cuteness today.
Oh, you are going to get graced with animal cuteness. I know for a fact that she is going to just pop up in front of y'all's face.
Whole nother level. Like, we love it here.
Hi, Weenie.
Animals love me.
We love animals.
Absolutely. Uh, so, where do we start? Do we start with, like, the
So, as
most.
you can see my name right here, I watched no wrestling over my weekend. So, I don't know shit. Was there any title changes? Who was Jay Uso's partner? Was there was
Let's
there
start with that
anybody was there any decent exposure on TV?
one. Monday
Cuz we
Night
had like
Raw
that
was
we had like those 3 weeks of like wardrobe malfunctions.
straight. Jimmy's partner, Jay's partner was Jimmy.
I I don't know how I feel about that. I love the Usos.
Uh-oh.
They're a fantastic tag.
What you say, buddy? Hey,
I
Maddie, it's
said,
like,
I'm
go
here.
ahead.
I'm here. Um, I like the Usos as a tag team. Like they are one of my favorite tag teams of the last several years. But I don't know if I fuck with that as the, surprise partner. Was it a
Yeah,
good match though?
it was a good match.
Because
It
it was
reminded,
A Town Down Under versus that's A Town Down Under versus the Usos. There's no way that was a bad match.
people were excited about it. Chris Sabin was excited about it.
Let's go. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that then.
Yeah, they had they did something a little new. They're still, just playing the greatest hits of the family. Um, they had a pop up spear that was
Oh,
pretty. Yeah,
because
that
they had the
they
pop up Samoan drop in their arsenal for a long time. Pop up spear new.
pop up spear was pretty dope. And then they finished with the 1D, which I enjoy. I'm glad that
I
move is back.
I love that they went up to Devon and was like, "Hey, can we use this move?" And he was like, "I ain't fucking using it."
Yeah, I mean, that's a great way to continue the the
Yes,
Dudleys.
Mark.
Right? I forgot all about that. And the fact that he lied about it is really what pissed me off. Because what do you mean you've been using that for your whole career?
The whole time? You mean to tell me you using that back in Mid South?
I'm not gonna lie to you. That would have been very useful against somebody like Yokozuna or Mabel. Giant Gonzalez,
Bundy?
Yeah.
Dude, Gonzalez. You have any idea how easy that match would be? He'd be like, "We're taking this home early." What? Yes.
Right, like let's not act like we had this in our bag so early. Hell of a boxer, maybe if he used the power punch or something, but
Loaded
that
boxing or loaded MMA gloves.
yeah, but like come on, bro. But that's a good way to keep the legacy of tag team wrestling alive, of the Dudleys alive in tag team wrestling because they're one of the greatest teams of all time.
In my opinion, they are the greatest tag team, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's a good opinion to have. let people have opinions. Don't go.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not gonna shit on someone that said the New Day is the greatest tag team. That can be the greatest tag team in their opinion. The Hardys, Edge and Christian,
New Day, yeah,
the
that's a hell of a
Road
top five.
Warriors.
That's a hell of a top five right there. I mean, to be honest, I got Motor City Machine Guns in the conversation.
See, they're up there too because if you were a TNA diehard, grew up during that time, watched during that time, you know the machine guns are amazing. Probably one of the greatest to not have a long run in the WWE.
That's a fact. But you got to think about it this way: how many of these teams started wrestling, and wrestling as a whole changed?
Yeah,
Not just tag team wrestling,
but wrestling
all
as a
of
whole,
wrestling. Yeah, that
like generations of differences.
it's gonna be hard to figure out 1 and 2 between the New Day and the Motor City Machine Guns for me.
Oh, that's your 1 and 2?
It's hard. They're up there fighting like day by day. They're fighting just because the New Day fought for what they believed in, and it changed all three of their careers.
I mean, dude, that that tag run single handedly saved all three of their careers. I feel like Kofi would have still been a mid card guy there,
Yeah.
but
Well,
it
at the
E
start,
and Woods were floating in dead water.
yeah, so let's not forget at the start of New Day, Kofi Kingston was already a tag team specialist, having like at least 3 different tag team championship reigns with other partners.
That would be Evan Bourne, R Truth.
CM Punk?
I want to say yes. I think so. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. And he was also very, very, several intercontinental title runs at that point in time. I don't know if he had
A
held
couple
the U.S.
US.
title yet,
I think he had a couple US as well.
but yeah, without the New Day, we would never have gotten Kofi Mania
Right. Never got
or
the
or
Kofi.
Big E's title one run.
None of that.
I cannot talk today, bro. I am tired.
Yeah, you saw I just down. I had to have a C4. I was sitting in the kitchen like, okay, I got too much stuff to do, and I want to lay down. Off rip. Some of this stuff not getting done today.
Bro, I woke up and I was like, man, we got to get up out this apartment in a couple weeks.
Oh, in a couple of weeks.
And
So,
like what time is it? Yeah, about 5 weeks or so.
oh, your lease is up.
Yeah, so we either got to find a new place or re up that shit.
Oh yeah, I understand. To be honest, uh, when our initial lease was up, we just stayed on month to month. Like
See,
we
I
didn't.
don't know if this place will do that.
Oh, I understand. They want a specific amount of money for a specific amount of time. I feel that. But yeah, Kofi Kingston is a U.S. He's a 3-time U.S. champ.
Yeah, no, those all had to have come before the New Day then.
Yeah, so no
Because
slouch.
I don't
Again,
think any of them won singles titles other than Kofi's world title and E's world title.
he had a IC championship run. I want to say.
No, that was after they moved him to SmackDown by himself, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it might have been, but still, you know, very decorated group of people.
Oh, absolutely. Big E had a couple IC title runs before the New Day as well.
Yeah, so Xavier Woods probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it
unfortunately.
definitely saved Woods' career as a whole. And I hate saying that because he is so gifted in the ring, on the microphone. If given the time and effort from the booking committee, he could be world champion.
No, for sure. Because again, amazing mind for wrestling.
Just like Akira Tozawa, I need Xavier Woods as champion over on Raw and Tozawa as champion on SmackDown.
We need to bring 205 Live back.
Dude, we do, because there are too many guys. And you know what? Bump it up. 225 Live.
Mm,
What, 215?
yeah.
Because how big is Woods?
Let's just change it. Let's just change the name. Yeah, let's take the 205 out the name. New name, Cruiserweight Championship.
We're taking a bunch of shit from TNA already. Just call it No Limits.
Might as well. Or give us a let's copy Japan. Give us an open weight championship.
Okay, see, I am so down with that. Because fuck yeah, dude. Having just the most random people holding this belt.
Yeah, just so we can have crazy matchups like
Give Otis a fucking 2-year run with that belt.
Yeah. But speaking of
because
opinions,
that's another thing. Otis can wrestle.
He's had probably my favorite Gunther TV match in a very long time.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Yeah, when he ate that chop, it's like he turned him on. Like, ooh! I don't know if you've seen if you follow Invincible, but it almost reminded me of Conquest.
Dude, I have not seen that show, but I've seen these like memes about Conquest, and they are hilarious. I sent them to the group chat.
The Thrag memes with the lineup take me out every time.
I haven't watched Invincible. Is it worth dedicating my time to?
Yes.
I watched the first episode and I was like, holy shit, this looks dope. And I never watched it again.
I'd watch it now because there's stuff to watch. I started watching season 2 at my last job, and then they did a break in part 1 and part 2, and I forgot about it. And that's when they started getting real weird with the phone. So I didn't try to do nothing like that anyway.
Yeah.
But at my new job, while they are still weird with the phones, I'm just so much better at hiding the phone. So I watched it and I realized I never finished season 2 and I was almost at the end of season 3.
Okay.
So now 3 seasons in, I'd watch it. Just know off the bat, Invincible's a bitch.
No, that shit I've seen is like fucked. Like, it's fucked, dude.
Like, I want you to know the fact that he calls himself Invincible is incredibly ironic.
Because he get fucked up all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, how a superhero can't fight.
It's not that. Yeah, basically. It's like, what if he's still incredibly childish and soft and he holds back.
Isn't there like a time jump between like 1 and 2 or like 2 and 3?
No, not really.
Okay.
There's weird things happen. So Mark has a little brother that ages years and months because his mother is an alien bug that only lives 9 months. Yeah. And so basically what happens is the 2 alien DNAs struggle until the Viltrumite DNA basically overtakes the other DNA. So he starts out purple, and then eventually over time.
So that's why that kid is purple.
Yeah. And over time he will unpurpleize, but right now he's purple.
Yeah, I was about to say, I see shit on YouTube all the time, and I'm like, purple kid. Why purple?
Yeah. It's a good series to invest in just because it was Image Comics, I want to say. The people who make Spawn.
Oh shit, all right, dope.
And so there are several scenes where there's supposed to be Marvel crossovers because Marvel bought Spawn in them.
Yeah. Wait, that belongs to Marvel now?
I
You're
mean, they
telling
use it.
me.
They
You're
use it
telling.
often. Not maybe belongs, but they have used it. Like there's been crossovers.
I was about to say, you're telling me that Spawn technically falls into the same category as Deadpool and the Punisher.
So yeah, there's supposed to be a Spawn crossover
Okay.
in season 3, and there's supposed to be a Spider-Man crossover in season 2. The Spider-Man crossover is obvious because I think they just named the guy Agent Arachnid, and they changed the color scheme of the suit, but he basically does the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a scene where there's a alternate Mark fighting Wolfman. That's supposed to be Spawn, but we've gotten off topic. Watch Invincible if you haven't; it's pretty dope. So opinions. I've been fighting for my life for the past 2 weeks.
Because of opinions.
Yeah. So first opinion, it was I feel like and I did use the wrong word for this. And what I realized about the internet wrestling community is they're going to break apart everything you say. Somebody said
Everything is literal to them, bro.
there's probably a bowl of vegan chili between my head and under what Sean Rossap shared about my opinion. And to them, I say fight me in the street.
A bowl of vegan chili under your head.
Between my ears, excuse me. Like there's no break here. Fight me in the
That's
street.
such a fucking weird.
Yeah, no. Because I I'm not even mad that you tried to insult me. I'm just
It
mad that
was
you
just
chose to
so
use vegan
bad.
chili. Vegan chili. Vegan vegan chili.
Dude, I'm not even like it's not good. It's
No,
not a good diss.
it's
It's
not.
so bad it makes you laugh.
I don't know if that was on purpose. I don't know if that was the best you had.
It had to be like it had to have been one of like. There's no way that he was trying to get under your skin with that because
Right.
that's so ridiculous, dude.
I'm more upset that the chili that they chose to use was vegan. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Just
That's what pissed me off.
beans.
Like don't associate me with anything vegan.
You a carnivore.
Yeah, please God,
Eat.
no, don't do that. Like call
Oh,
me
that's
fat, say I'm bald, whatever you want. Just
talk
don't.
about my baldness. Talk about my baldness. Don't you dare accuse me of being a vegan.
Yeah, talk about talk. Find something else to talk about, but accusing me of being a vegan really pissed me off.
Call me King fucking Neptune, by God, but don't you dare.
Hit me with
Don't
the
you
tubby
dare think
tubby.
I'm a vegan.
Like don't. You're fat. Like do that. Don't. My PlayStation 4 is in the other room, sending messages in Morse code in rest mode.
Okay,
Somebody
dude.
sent me the money for a PlayStation 5. But what I said was someone was commenting on Sean Ross Sapp having a stream discussing Roman Reigns' rating in 2K25, 26, whichever one we're on now.
Are we on 26? No, this got to be 25, right? Yeah, this
Yeah,
2K25.
26 comes out this year? Later? I don't know. Because
No,
usually
the 2K26, didn't that drop in like November?
25. Oh, I don't know because I still haven't bought it.
So
But
so the way that these sports games, specifically like 2K and shit, they'll drop the title, but it's with the year after. So like
yeah,
2K25 dropped last year, NBA did. I
mm,
got it on discount right before the year turned over.
not gonna lie to you, I just bought God of War Ragnarok.
That game's been out for years.
I got it on sale.
Well, to be fair, your boy don't play PlayStation, so I still haven't touched that game yet.
Oh, it's phenomenal. But I got it on sale. You know, that's how I usually do things. Ain't no shame in my game. I waited. I was
Okay.
gonna replay God of War, but my disc drive don't work, which is part of the reason why my PlayStation 4 is sending messages in Morse code right now. But they had a piece of content about the rating of Roman Reigns, and I said I feel like with the rise of more independent uh, media, what I meant by independent, and I'll justify myself for saying independent too. What I meant by independent media is independent from uh, a huge following,
Because like
because
you look at wrestling media, there are three names that you think of. It's What Culture, it's Wrestle Talk, and it's Fightful. Those are the three like big names.
right, and then of course, Sean Ross Sapp has facts like this media company is owned by this wrestling company is owned by this media company, and this is that. But after a certain point of existence, these groups have become crowdfunded through
Yeah.
sources like Patreon and whatever. They
And
have
in a way, they're looked at as the professional version of what we do.
exactly.
Because they're
While
getting they are able to pay out other content creators that hop on with them.
so and 100 and what I meant by saying independent is let's talk about us, the tier below, right? So you have the top three in which you mentioned, and you have us. Let's think of who's dropping reliable wrestling news right now. Sean Ross Sapp, Dave Meltzer, sometimes Ariel Helwani. Usually it's the wrestlers themselves. But when I say independent, these guys can just break news. They can make content whenever they feel like. They have a lead on something and they can put it out. Where
Mhm.
there's a tier below, people like us who have to find bits and pieces of news stories that you might that the people who watch us, shout out to all 13 of y'all on live right now, the people who watch us might have missed or might not have had a space or a platform to discuss because your friends might not like wrestling.
Yeah.
I could have used a better word, maybe content creators, but somebody probably would have had their panties in a ball over that, like the
I'm
dude
not a
with the vegan
content
kid.
creator, I'm an influencer.
Yeah. Um, but when I say independent, I'm talking about of the grassroots guys that are still clocking
like
in.
us, like Raw Ball, Greg Cherry.
Yeah. Still clocking into a 9 to 5, not at a point where this can support us.
Mhm.
Because I believe this is SRS's full-time job.
Yeah, as far as we
This
know.
Yeah, shit. I would hope so. But this
As I
is and I
say,
do
he's covering wrestling like Ian Rappaport covers NFL. Like, he's always there. So like I hope he doesn't have to clock into a 9 to 5 every day.
that would suck. But that's could I have said it better? Yes, I was also having a conversation with somebody. This it's not like I just out and said it. I was having a conversation with a fellow creator, and what I mean to say is someone can subscribe to Fightful and have access to all the news and break it in a way that is more palatable for a certain sense or a certain group of the internet wrestling community. They would just be able to sit through um, one of their streams. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the funniest, one of the funniest wrestling personalities, content creators out here.
I'm just
So
a
I
pothead.
can, huh?
I'm just a pothead.
I'm that's hilarious. I feel like the little comedy bits because if you haven't listened to our 100 episodes of the Second Turnbuckle Wrestling Podcast, go listen to that. We got headaches and rib aches and stomach aches from being on live with each other often. And it's also
Oh,
the
good
camaraderie.
God.
Yeah, it's also the camaraderie we have. Like, these my homies. Shout out to Sock Monkey Mike, uh, Mike Wexler. I don't know what he goes by in wrestling, but I was at Championship Wrestling in Irvine last night, and he worked there. So, like,
Yeah, how was that live show, by the way?
oh, that was phenomenal. But I had another opinion that was picked apart. I don't know if you saw this, but Chris Bay had a benefit wrestling show in
Yeah, the
FS.
benefit for Bay. I think it was thrown together by like Ace Austin and a bunch of other like wrestlers and shit.
Yeah,
It
Karrion
ran through,
Cross.
I believe, FSW.
Yes, Karrion Cross was on the show at Hammerstone.
Who? I saw that. I did see that.
The
I
ACL
saw.
Buster.
That's one way of calling that. That was definitely a nightmare pendulum. That was
Yeah,
my knees screamed.
like, I hope brother was limber, and I mentioned that I felt like the Nightmare Pendulum be better suited for somebody taller.
But dude, Hammerstone's like 6 foot tall.
Yeah, I understand that, but you know, I think he's 6'2". They have
Karrion
Killer
Cross is like 6'6".
6'4".
Okay, so he only had like 2 inches on him.
Yeah, and I mentioned that I thought it would be. I still think it'd be cooler for somebody taller. I don't have a problem with Carrion doing it or Hammerstone doing it. I was just saying, think it would look cool so the taller person did it. Some people felt it, other people didn't. I wasn't blaming anybody for
No,
what happened.
because nobody got hurt. Cross didn't
Right.
come out and say, "Bye, blew both of them out."
Both at the same time would be crazy. Not the Vince McMahon.
We got the quad treatment just to his ACLs.
But I was just an opinion. Some people were saying that some people clearly thought that I'm sitting here saying that I don't think that he should use a move anymore. One of the homies pointed out that it has been used successfully on taller people. Uh,
It
Ninja
just
Mortis.
was that one time.
Yeah, the homie Ninja Mortis on Twitter, on X, follow the homie. But he hit it on Mads Kruger, and Mads Kruger is like 6'10", and there was
Yeah,
no
Mads
problem.
Kruger is a giant human being.
And I think certain moves look cooler when taller people do them. That's just me. I think the Steiner screwdriver would look cool. Like, imagine Omas out here hitting people with the Steiner screwdriver.
That's the tallest fucking screwdriver in the world.
Exactly, and it just leaves the error of margin in my mind. Again, I'm not a wrestler. This is just fan created content creators, like we mentioned earlier. It just leaves the margin for error just wide.
Yeah,
Very small. You
because
what?
that could have been really bad for Karrion Cross. Like, it's good that he's cool. It's good that he's fine.
And the
But
further point I'm making, or I was trying to make, is WWE just started letting people go out and have fun.
just imagine if Karrion Cross tears both his ACLs and Hunter's like, "God damn it! This is why Vince didn't let y'all do shit."
Exactly. If somebody gets hurt in an outside WWE event, and that causes people not to be able to work Bloodsport anymore. There are so many WWE names on the WrestleMania weekend Bloodsport.
Oh yeah, I think they just announced Charlie Dempsey. Um, shit. There's
Carmen
Charlie Dempsey.
Petrovich,
There's
Karrion
Natalia, Carmen
Cross.
Petrovich. Oh, did Cross confirm for it as well?
Yes.
There was one other name that I saw. Pete Dunne confirmed for it. Who the hell else? It's like half WWE wrestlers this year.
Yeah, Gabe Kidd and Jonathan Gresham have also confirmed. So I'm really sitting here trying to see
Hold on. You said Jonathan Gresham.
Jonathan Gresham. Yes.
Give me Gresham versus Dempsey, 15 minutes, please and thank you.
Oh, that'd be fire. And they've had a match before
They have those two.
in TNA.
Holy shit, you're right. I
Yeah.
You know what? The way that they booked like the end of Gresham in TNA was the weirdest fucking thing. So like I almost forgot the end of him in TNA.
Yeah, it was a very interesting. He had a very interesting run there in TNA
Doing this weird
because
like Muda meets Cthulhu type shit. I mean, I understood the octopus gimmick all the way back like 10 years ago, but that took it to a whole nother level.
yeah, no, I enjoyed it, especially if this was something that he wanted to be doing.
Yeah, exactly. Because again, it did kind of fit his character.
If you're telling your own story, I love that. But
Shit, even Devin loved what EC3 did with those first two Control Your Narrative events.
count your nuggets.
Clutch your nuggets. I forgot about that shit too.
Count your nuggets. That is forever what. Because again, you'd be surprised at the amount of people who don't count their nuggets when they order a 20-piece.
Hey
The
man,
amount
so
of
many people trust McDonald's. I have seen somebody send out a 20-piece with 17 motherfucking nuggets in there.
and I would have circled back.
You would have fought someone over those 3 nuggets.
Yeah, no, because I paid for all
For
20 of them
20.
nuggets.
I paid for 20.
All 20 of them damn nuggets.
I'm going to get all 20 of them nuggets.
Every time.
In this economy, yes.
Yeah. That like we on gym journeys. We in the gym. I need all the protein I can get.
Oh, shit.
Championship wrestling in there.
Count your nuggets, y'all.
Count your nuggets every time.
We got to turn that into a shirt.
Oh yeah, that's merch is here. It'll be coming soon. That's
No, dude. If we do another fucking like sticker haul, one of those sticker things, let me know. I will get clutch your nugget sticker or count your nugget stickers all across every McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Popeyes.
hey.
I don't know if Chick-fil-A will let me do it.
No,
Chick-fil-A will probably get my ass arrested.
Gotta put it in the bathroom.
Just walk up to one of those people outside with the tablets and go, "Hey, if I give you $20, can I do something?" Just put one of those stickers on their forehead and be like, "For the rest of the day, $20."
I don't care what they say. But yeah, championship wrestling from Irvine. This was cool. It was at the Improv. Do you have an improv in your area?
What was that?
Do you have an improv in your area?
Like a theater?
Yeah. So it's a comedy theater.
I don't know if we have like we don't have one called Improv out here, but we do have a theater literally just downtown. I think it's called the Joker or some shit
Okay.
like that.
Yeah, something like that. So like they have different ones. They have the Laugh Factory too. So it's
Laugh
like-
Factory, we do have a Laugh Factory. Laugh Factory, I think, is in Denver.
Okay, so it's similar to one of those. They cleared out. They used the stage as the ramp, and they cleared out a good area outside. Put a 16 by 16 ring in there, and so let's have some wrestling. Let's get some
You know
wrestling.
what? There are few better venues for wrestling events than little halls. Like, if you are in one of those small venues, the wrestling is guaranteed to be awesome. Damn near. It's more intimate, the wrestlers will interact almost directly with you if you're close enough. I
No.
mean, I'm in a Botchamania clip, for fuck's sake, for the one independent show I went to.
So no, I'm trying to find more about the card so I don't have to just go off memory. But Zicky Dice is the United Wrestling Network television champion, and he had his match.
Outlandish, right?
Outlandish. Yeah, he had his
See,
match.
I remember him. Whatever happened to him? Because he was doing some AEW shit for a while.
You do AEW stuff. My first experience with Zicky Dice was NWA.
I remember his NWA run, which is what led him to do some AEW shit, which is what I thought he was getting signed off of. Because he was one of the big names on the indies fucking what? About 8 years ago? 8 years ago?
Right before pandemic, I want to say.
Yeah, right before pandemic hit. He was like one of the big names on the indie scene.
And it was cool to see him in action. He faced Eye Candy Ehrlich, I think that's his name. There's a lot of independent wrestlers here.
Yeah, I was about to say this is one of those independent shows, but you were trying to find, like the name value kinda.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, this was my daughter's first wrestling show. So
Live?
live, yeah.
Did she have fun?
She had a blast.
Dude, that's all that matters.
There was a lot of kids there. The tables were still out. You could order food and drink. I'm gonna definitely not eat before and buy some buffalo wings next time. Hopefully, I can get my wife to go. So
What, did the wings look good there?
Yeah, they did. Hopefully, I can get my wife to go next time so I can have me a little libation or two. But Ziggy Dice was at the reserve table. It was literally over our shoulder. One of Danny Limelight.
Was he selling his merch?
No, he's just watching the show.
Oh, dope. You said Danny Limelight was there?
Danny Limelight is the United Wrestling Network world champion.
Danny Limelight is one of the coolest guys I've ever talked with. I've actually had a chance to interview him, I think, 2 times. And he is, if I'm not mistaken, WrestleBuddy's current, points holder for, most points scored in one of my trivia games. So, Danny Limelight. Love you, brother.
I tried to get definitely talk to him about coming on one of the shows back before I had extra money. Some people have come on.
No, I was about to say he probably bumped up his price because he's done some movies and shit since I last talked to him. Dude's everywhere, and so is his kid's a fucking good actress too.
I don't know what his kid looks like.
He got his kid into some child acting. I think she was also in the movie that he just did recently as well. So he's got his face and his name out there.
There was somebody with the little girl with the Danny Limelight bandana at the same table as us. I don't know that if that could have been his daughter.
I'll talk to you off air because I don't want to give away what his kid looks like on air. But yeah, I'll talk.
So you don't have to. You don't have to because I'm just Danny Limelight's biggest fan was at the table with us, and she helped my daughter get into it because she was also a kid, and my daughter was trying to figure out how to interact, and so she was just copying
at a small event like that. It is kind of weird at first because you don't know these people, but you're real close to these people.
I knew most of the people on the card. We got to look at.
You did?
Yeah, no, I'm outside with it. I got to see some people in WWE ID right now. They had an ID match to open up. Yeah, so it was Jack Cartwheel.
Was it labeled as an ID match?
It was labeled as an ID match.
That's kind of fucking sick, man. I'm not gonna lie.
So this is I read you they had people champions from the following promotions: AEW, TNA Wrestling, New Japan, WWE ID /Evolve. So
they just had everybody there with some local independent talent sprinkled in.
Yeah, it was a sleeper of a show. Got to get my eyes on Jack Cartwheel. I've been
So
wanting
how
to
long
work.
did that match? How long did that match go? Because I heard Jack Cartwheel is fucking good live.
I caught the end of it, unfortunately, because
Oh, you guys
I
were
had
hitting.
never been. Yeah, I didn't realize how bad traffic was going to be. It was a bad accident on the 405. I could have left earlier. I caught the end of it. I just wanted to see Cartwheel in action, and that brother is amazing.
Who was he facing? Another ID talent, you said?
Yeah, another ID talent. Let me pull it up, because I just realized Cartwheel because he was in there doing cartwheels.
So, before we move on, what the fuck happened to the metaphor? So, Oro Mensa is doing shit with Evolve. Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend are fucking killing it as a tag team. Did Noam Dar get hurt again?
I hope not.
Because if it is, it might be time to hang up. Dude's been at it for like 20 years. Dude's been working his ass off for like 20 years. He could be a good trainer. He could be a good trainer. He could be a good
20.
person to help with
Yeah,
talent.
I was about to say 20 years, and I thought, yeah, he started wrestling as a kid, didn't he?
Dude, I think whenever he got to the WWE, dude was in his 30s.
Who? Noam Dar?
Noam Dar, yeah, because he had been wrestling
No,
on the British Indies for like 10 years at that point.
no. He he got signed at like 20. He got signed at a very young age. Let me find out. They have some very they don't have the latest information on here on this Wikipedia. I'm not
I
sure
just
who
want to know.
he.
I just want to know how old the dude is.
Noam Dar is young. He's like, how old are you?
He's 31 years old. Holy shit.
And he's been in WWE going on 10 years now.
So yeah, he had to have been wrestling since he was a kid because whenever he was doing like interviews and shit back in the day, I think he said he was like wrestling on the British Scottish Indies for like 10 years or something before he got signed.
Yeah, no, he started wrestling as a kid. He was Dar wrestled for the first, or Dar first wrestled for the Cruiserweight Classic in 2016. So he's going on his 10-year anniversary in the company.
He's 31 now. So he was dude,
Signed at
there's
like
no
22.
way he was like 21 whenever he did the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, no, he was young. I remember one of the things about him um, when I was researching and even watching the Cruiserweight Classic. He was very young.
Shit, so he probably went like the Page route and had been wrestling since he was like fucking 13 or some shit like that.
So Ice Williams was the other ID talent. I got to see Jack Cartwheel versus Ice Williams.
Ice Williams. I don't think I know who that is. Google Ice Williams.
I'm muted still. Dang. Ice Williams versus Jack Cartwheel kicked it off. Ice Williams won via heel shenanigans because he's in a stable called The Cut. I very much enjoy this stable. And I very much enjoy how they call things. This is the hand sign for the stable. I am enjoying this.
Cut the
I
shit.
I enjoyed the hell out of doing this all night.
You're looking at your daughter throughout the night and just going,
No, she got into it.
that's awesome.
Then after that, we got the opening promo of the night. Danny Limelight cut a promo because he was challenged by Scorpio Sky, the AEW
You got
talent.
to fucking see Scorpio Sky?
I did. And it's not my first
Wait,
time seeing Scorpio
hold
Sky.
on. Danny Limelight versus Scorpio Sky was a match that you had on your card.
No,
Oh,
that came later.
damn.
I got to see Danny Limelight versus Ace Austin.
That is a damn good match if I can think about it. Because
It
those are
was.
two talents that have really good, like... Actually, I think they've wrestled before, like on TNA TV.
Probably.
Because there was that time during pandemic, Danny Limelight was fucking everywhere. He should
He
have been
was.
more places.
He still should be more places.
He should be more. He should have an AEW contract right now.
He should. He should be. I don't know about AEW. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, he can still do stuff with Ring of Honor. That AEW contract get him on Ring of Honor.
Yeah, it's just AEW doesn't seem to be. Just from what I'm seeing, it doesn't seem to be for everybody. And I hope that Tony Khan continues to get to build the company that he wants, so he can use the people that he has.
Because I'm not going to lie. What was that fucking AR Fox match? Will Ospreay versus AR Fox. That is the shit we need in professional wrestling.
Why isn't AR Fox on TV every week?
Why isn't AR Fox a champion on a major promotion? Why hasn't AR Fox been a champion in a major promotion in over 2 decades?
Questions that have yet to be answered.
Because, dude, you and me, we're Lucha Underground diehards all the way back then.
Yeah.
When I was first introduced to AR Fox, that motherfucker was the most impressive thing I had seen in a wrestling ring.
AR Fox, walking Hymnal. He found it.
Josh!
I love it.
The simp has arrived!
I love it. We're here every Wednesday. We were talking about AR Fox. Yeah. I've been on AR Fox
since, Fox, dude.
Like AR Fox, whatever he was, Dante Fox versus Killshot is in my top 5 greatest matches of all time.
What was it? Their I don't want to get this wrong, but was it a last rites match that they had?
It was basically a 3 stages of hell match.
They beat the shit out of each other.
And the last stage of hell was a ladder match. Not a ladder. What do we call it? A
standing, wasn't
match.
It?
No.
Oh, it was a stretcher. That's right.
Yeah. The ambulance match.
I see Matty come across my screen. I'm immediately like, join to watch. I am a simple man. Well, we're happy to have you, Josh.
Anytime. So back to the action. We got to see 2 locals, Viperous and I believe Alex Gracia. They had
now both of those are actually names that I know. They've been doing like the indie circuits for a couple of years. Viperous, okay. I believe. I don't remember if it was her that I saw during the Primo's women's tournament. Because me and my brother, that indie show that I told you about that we went to and we're on a Botchamania clip.
Yeah.
It had, Daddy Dom, the female wrestler that was with MJF during the pandemic.
Okay.
It had Rekka Tekka from her TNA run. No, Josh, it's just the lighting. I don't know, the sun. Definitely didn't dye my hair. I haven't dyed my hair once. I need to. But yeah, no, like there was a lot of talent that had either popped up in AEW. Maserati was there. Have you seen Maserati before?
I have not.
She's a damn good wrestler. Ah, shit, I'm trying to remember who else was there. I think Viperous was there. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But I think Viperous was there. But Alex Gracia is another name that has been done, been doing everything as of late.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm most definitely fans. Only women's match of the night, but definitely it was a great match. After that, Scorpio Sky got active with the local talent.
Who did he end up wrestling?
I
Or did
honestly,
he end up having a long match?
no, it wasn't a very long match. It was I forgot the guys' names, but it was a JJ combination, and I don't want to try to guess because I'm going to get it wrong.
Scorpio Sky versus Jermaine Jones.
Jermaine Jones, he was a black dude. He was he was black too. Dope presentation. He was wrestling in Muay Thai shorts. Points for that. So yeah. Then we got Ziggy Dice versus this guy going by Eye Candy. Very I was dealing with a 3-year-old.
Have you not seen this eye candy wrestler before?
I have not. It was the very first time. Seen a lot of people.
I feel like if I look up eye candy wrestler, I'm going to get like some,
A lot.
Nitro Girl. Was it Eye Candy Elliott?
Eye Candy Elliott, yes.
Holy shit, it's the first person I found.
He wrestles in like pink.
Pink knee pads?
Yes.
Yep.
Eye Candy. My daughter is still talking about the wrestling last night. That's amazing. Eye Candy Elliott versus Ziggy Dice. Ziggy Dice gave this man a whole wedgie.
Like over the fucking forehead type wedgie, or
no? And the fact that wrestlers wrestle in thongs again, jock
strap is one thing. I understand protecting the boys, but
the first time I realized this was in Edge versus Ric Flair at New Year's Revolution. We did a live stream of that a few years ago, and Edge's underwear was clearly visible. I can't see myself wrestling. I can't see myself wearing anything but boxer briefs. I don't understand.
No, I was about to say I'm wearing my boxers, bro. There's no way I'm wearing a thong specifically while I'm wrestling in constant motion.
It's like,
no.
The draw's gonna end up in betwixt my cheeks anyway. Let me just go ahead and make sure they start there so they don't end up there.
I want to know who the first person was, because you got to guarantee that HBK, Hunter, maybe all of the clique was thonged up under their gear.
Thonged up is a crazy statement to make. Wow, thonged up is brick from the makers of Bricked Up. Thonged up.
Holy Jesus.
After that, we got Ace Austin versus Danny Limelight. Amazing match. Somebody find me Ace Austin's leg day routine.
Dude, that dude is built unnaturally. He is built like Ricochet in the 2010s.
Yeah, somebody. Wow. Yep.
Ooh. Dude,
no.
Ace Austin is built differently. That dude is an alien.
Somebody find me the leg day routine. I need that. Good God Almighty! Amazing match.
You got Bobby Lashley's workout routine on fucking Celtic Warrior Workout.
I just need both. I just need to.
I need Ace Austin's legs. Well, if you get Bobby Lashley's legs, you're getting close to Ace Austin.
I'm trying to look like Randy Orton on the return.
Suge, if you want legs like that, I need you to give me wall sits for the entirety of our recordings from now on. That whole hour, I need
Hell
you
no.
to be
Yeah.
that
No.
whole hour. I need you to be up
Oh,
against the wall like this the entire hour.
not yet. Maybe one day.
My Crocs
Maybe.
are slipping, Suge.
Okay, I don't want you to fall. I really don't. Even though that'd be great content, I don't want you to fall.
It wouldn't be the first time I've fallen on one of our streams.
It actually wouldn't.
Ugh.
And then after that,
Speaking
we got
of,
a couple. We got.
oh no, go ahead.
I got to see. It's always cool to see Bad Dude Tito.
The worst name in wrestling, but damn good wrestler.
Bad Dude Tito and his tag team partner Che Carrera. They were the UN United Wrestling Network's tag team champions. They were challenged by Ice Williams' other stable mates in the cut. They had a hard hitting match. Ended up in DQ. Like, this is my new favorite. This is my
Wrestling
favorite.
gesture.
This is my favorite wrestling gesture since the DX chop. Like, it's something about that chop motion that just brings something out.
Chop.
I want y'all to hear it.
We want y'all to feel this.
And then after that, they had the UNW Heritage Belt. I don't remember the names of either of these wrestlers because my daughter said she wanted to go home after the Dynamite match, but I said no. She enjoyed the last two matches.
Daddy, I'm tired. No.
That's too damn bad.
I paid too much for these tickets, lady.
She enjoyed the Che Carrera and the Bad Dude Tito match a lot better than the other match, just because it was big men throwing each other around inside the ring. There was a lot of outside work and mat work that she couldn't really see because she's 3 and she had to stand up on a chair. I could see how it wasn't the greatest time for her, but she enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah.
I had to hold her. I had to hold her up for the last couple matches because she said she was tired of standing. But there was a dude with a flat top mullet.
Dude, you sent the picture to the fucking group chat. It's not just a flat top mullet. It's a flat top mullet, but the shit is poofy.
Oh, just with the hair texture, like it had to be poofy. Like it's a black.
Like
it's a black guy.
It was like and I'm not trying to say this to be bad, but it was like the dude was wearing a hat backwards, but it was his hair.
I loved it, and y'all didn't see the front. Like he had the long mustache that hang down with the shorter beard around, but his mustache, the tips of his mustache was blonde.
Oh my god! He went through every step to look as ridiculous as possible.
And so he's billed from the Isle of Hate.
How far is this from the Isle of Samoa?
Oh, so his name is Stunt Marshall.
Stunt Marshall. Holy shit.
Stunt Marshall with blonde tips of a mustache from the Isle of Hate. We were just chanting hate all night.
Hate.
Every time he hit a big move. Yeah. It was my daughter also
y'all
loved that.
Y'all sounding like the player haters ball.
Oh, it was amazing. It was I like Stunt Marshall. I like Stunt Marshall. But real quick, rapid fire news, because it's about time we wrap this thing up.
We cannot just skip over one of the biggest pieces of news from the week. Gail Kim got fired from TNA.
And that's how we were starting the news off. Gail Kim got fired from TNA. Anthem, what are you doing?
No, Anthem, TNA, the entire country of fucking Canada. What are you doing?
It's
JL
like
Kim is a treasure, not only to TNA Impact, but the company as a whole, women's wrestling as a whole. And you looked at her and you fired her after she brought some of the best women's talent to your promotion.
wait. She started the Knockouts division with Awesome Kong,
It was
built it
her
to
and
what
Awesome
it
Kong,
is,
without a doubt.
built it to what it is behind the scene, and then they're like, "Hey, fuck off."
God, that's so stupid. Like, yeah, she's not wrestling anymore, but she was probably one of the most viable people in your backstage area.
And this, as people are calling for more women's presence in wrestling as a whole, not just WWE, but across the board: WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan, AAA,
We want more women's
CMLL,
wrestling.
all of that. Women in wrestling is good for women's wrestling, but it's also good for wrestling as a whole.
It's good for professional wrestling because, again, we've said it over the last couple of years. The fact that, Mariah May and Toni Storm didn't main event is ridiculous as well. Women's representation needs a little bit more help, and by a little bit, I mean a lot more help when it comes to these major fucking promotions. Doing shit like this don't help that.
And we got a comment. According to SRS, the reaction to her within TNA to her getting fired is worse than Scott Moore. That's crazy. Think about everybody who left after Scott D'Amore left.
I mean, if you look at it, yeah, your heavy hitters decided to leave TNA afterwards. Speedball, Josh Alexander, and Jordan Grace.
And to be honest
With
with you, what's his name? The champion, Joe Hendry's basically got one foot out the door at this point.
I don't think Joe Hendry ever expected him to get to WWE, but god damn it, he worked his ass off to get there.
And he's probably next.
But no, dude, like Gail Kim stood for the proud representation of women's wrestling for that brand, for that company for so long.
Yeah.
Them doing that, now you're going to see people potentially like Masha Slamovich, Kira Hogan, who really just came back the last couple of years. Like, you're going to have a lot of people just go, you ain't showing any fucking loyalty to people that have been with you since day one.
Right. That's a huge thing.
And I know, what was that? Paige also announced that she was leaving AEW. I mean, she
Yes.
hadn't been on TV in fucking a year or so, it felt like.
Zach Knight also left as well.
Oh, so they canned the entire family.
Yeah, they didn't re-sign Zach Knight, and now
I'm gonna let you know the dude wasn't a good wrestler. I saw him live, and I don't know if it was a bad night or what, but holy shit!
Things happen, as we've seen with Karrion Kross and Hammerstone. Things don't always go to plan.
Hey, I heard they had a good match. It was just a bad ending.
For everybody, God, Karrion Kross's knees. I know it was ice involved later. We have a lot of news. Did you see just to backtrack to last week, did you see Jon Moxley's spot?
How could you not? It was everywhere and everywhere on Twitter. But the thing about it is, that's the spot as a deathmatch fan I've always wanted to see. Now that I've seen it, nobody, absolutely nobody take that spot again.
I agree. My
Because
only
Mox, holy shit, are you a psychotic son of a bitch? Thank you
so
for doing that for our entertainment for the absolute psychopaths that love deathmatch wrestling. I'm okay if I never see that spot again.
that was stuck in his
Because
back for over a minute.
even my wife was like, if that went any deeper, that could have paralyzed him.
That was stuck in his back
Like,
for over a minute.
and even Yuta, a trained wrestler, tried to help pull that shit out.
And Mox had to tell him, go do the spot.
Like, this is like that was insane. Again, thank you, Moxley, for doing it. I'm glad I got to see that spot in my lifetime.
Never again.
I don't think I could see that again. If I see it again, cool. It's an insane spot. Darby, don't you get any fucking ideas?
Uh, I I can't handle that type of wrestling. I definitely understand. To be honest with you, I would have done that at Revolution, and that's not just my bias from being there. But if you're gonna do all of those spots, do them all at one time, so people can be like, "I didn't like this pay per view
Do them
because
on
there was
the pay-per-view that you're fucking marketing this as the main event of.
not some random Wednesday." It's a random Wednesday. What are you doing, Mox? You getting a deep tissue
And
massage from
And
Spike.
yeah, you were upset because they didn't do this at the show that you were at, which is valid. It's so incredibly valid.
It would have made sense for all the bleeding
But the
on the
fact
card anyway.
but the fact that they didn't do that on a pay-per-view but chose to do it literally 4 days later is ridiculous.
I would have much rather had the Christian angle 4 days later because
Exactly.
that's how you protect somebody who just took Spike to the back.
You could have had Claudio and all that shit happen. You could have had Claudio, Pac, and all that shit happen on the Wednesday. But
I
not
feel like,
doing that match on the Sunday is egregious.
but like sitting here reading this comment, I can't handle that type of wrestling. If we just had one really bloody AEW show, I feel like it wouldn't have been so, you know, well, so it would have been better taken. You know, this was a really bloody show. This show was for the sickos. We could have had like an all-time great psychopaths wet dream of Revolution 2025 in LA.
Because
And we
you
could have
already
had,
got my opinion on Tony Storm and Mariah May. That was one of my favorite women's matches of all time.
yeah, and it would have fit well on that show. But doing this on a random Wednesday, I get it. You want people to watch, but let's
It's
not
it's
let's not
it's
mess up.
wild, man.
Let's not mess up so bad next time that we have to do something like this the week after to save the match.
And now we've got this thing where Dax of FTR is tired of Edge.
Me too, actually.
I'm just, dude, I'm tired of this whole Death Riders thing. If we can, like, fast forward, like, 6 months, get the belt on someone that actually is worth a damn.
Put the belt back on Swerve.
And I'm not saying that Mox isn't worth a damn. But this fucking Death Rider story isn't worth two shits.
Yeah, 100%.
Alright, Suge, is there anything else we need to hit?
Yes, we finally have a stable name for the group that is terrorizing NXT, and we have a speculated leader of said stable. So
Are
we
we talking
officially,
about the people that did the jumping at the end of the show?
yes, so they're known as the Dark State.
The fucking what?
The Dark State. The Dark State, and people are suspecting
So
that.
South Dakota.
Yeah, wow. South Dakota. That's the new name. There's Dakota Kai and there's South Dakota down there next to you, the Dark State. People believe
Okay.
that the Trick Williams is the leader of this faction because he has yet to get jumped by said faction.
Who knows?
Who knows? We'll see later. But they have this very interesting, delicious-looking three-way cooking up of Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Obafemi. I need that.
Oba's going to throw both men at the same time.
I need that. Then, just some other quick news. I can scroll through some stuff that we already mentioned. All the WWE wrestlers and all the wrestlers in general that are heading towards Bloodsport. Shout out to MLW. They sold out their Battle Riot and then announced that people still wanted to come see Battle Riot. So they have changed the venue and released new tickets. New tickets should be on sale today.
Wait, so Battle Riot did so well this year that they're selling extra tickets at a new venue.
Yeah, they moved the venue and they're selling more tickets. So huge shout out to MLW. I was heartbroken when I realized I missed my opportunity to get these tickets, but I will not miss this opportunity. We will be in the house.
You gonna get there?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be there.
Let's go, Suge.
Other news, I'm excited. It looks like Hikuleo, who's already been rumored to resign, and another big rumor, Jeff Cobb, are listed on WWE's internal roster.
Yeah, Hikuleo is supposed to have been there months ago?
You know, I see that, but with the success of Jacob Fatu, I can understand holding back because you don't want people to get lost in the shuffle. We already have.
Yeah, but Jacob has been doing well, but Solo has been falling so far beneath what we all expected.
Yes, Solo kind of fell up under Tamatonga, which is crazy. He's still probably everybody's favorite over Camacho. So, hey. But immediately,
Perhaps.
Jeff Cobb versus Otis me right now.
Jeff Cobb versus Otis?
Yes.
15 minutes. Give it to me right now.
Yeah, I need that. This give me a best of 5. Let's see.
Establish that never open weight title, goddammit.
Yeah, let's get some serious Otis. Hey, so yeah, this is funny. I had to confirm this. I've been waiting to drop this on live, but it looks like Alberto El Patron has been suspended from wrestling in Tijuana for 6 months.
From the city of Tijuana?
Yeah. After confronting fans who threw coins at him. He jumped into the crowd and threw a chair, prompting another chair to be thrown. Somewhere in that, an elderly woman was injured, leading them to be suspended.
Dude, that's fucking ridiculous.
Basically, it proved what Riley said all them years ago. If you throw a chair, somebody's going to get mad.
If you throw a chair, they shall get thrown back.
And unfortunately, a little bit of sad news. Wrestling pioneer Homicide had to retire last week.
Is that why I saw all of those Homicide tributes?
Yes.
Homicide. I thought it was just Homicide's birthday, man.
No. Homicide found out he had I believe it was like a lesion or something on his brain that would affect mobile skills. Yeah.
Man, and so he had to let's dedicate this last little bit of this show to Homicide because Another one of those, like, if you were there for the early days of TNA, you knew about Homicide. But if you were a Ring of Honor fan, that
Yeah.
man is a fucking legend. The amount of blood, sweat, dedication that this man has given to professional wrestling over the last 25, 30 years, probably maybe a little longer.
Yeah.
Man, whether it was LAX in TNA, hell, even LAX in the later Impact years,
Yeah.
or
Triple X.
seeing him wrestle in the early 2000s in Ring of Honor, being world champion. You know, Eddie Kingston credits Homicide as saving his life, being the
Yeah.
guy that was there not just professionally but personally. Enjoy your retirement, Homicide. You have given everything to professional wrestling. Everything.
100%. Another one of those wrestlers where they step. My bad. He was not in Triple X, but he was in a tag team with Loki that changed the game. That
Oh
double
yeah,
stomp into the
him
cop
and
killer.
Loki, not just as a tag team, but as opponents in Ring of Honor, dude.
That cop killer into the double stomp. That was sick. Another
It's
one of those. Go ahead.
yeah. No, I was about to say it's going to be like, yeah, he's getting up in years. We probably wouldn't see him giving the same shit that he did, 10 years ago. But he was doing blood sport last year against independent guys, putting them over.
Yeah. Even his work for the. I enjoyed some of his work in NWA when they brought the light heavyweight championship back. But this is one of those wrestlers again. When you talk about somebody who stepped foot between the ropes and really changed the game, something similar to the Motor City Machine Guns and everyone we talked about a little bit earlier.
He is one of them.
And that's just
Long
we
term.
can, yeah, we're gonna end right here. Big ups to Homicide. We hope you
Enjoy retirement, bro.
enjoy
You
retirement.
gave everything to this business.
Literally everything. Thank y'all, all 20 of y'all who stayed to the end. We'll be back on a weekly basis soon. Tap in with us over on YouTube and X. We'll get the. I'll fix the Twitch link and put the link tree up. Maddie, you streaming later?
Yeah, Greg Cherry in 3.5 hours.
Shout out to Greg Cherry. Y'all go watch Maddie again. I know. The Walking Human will be there.
Thank you, Josh, for tuning in, and I'll see you over there.
All right, we'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great rest.